Happy Homebrew Wednesday. So this is the English bitter that I made, Punch and Judy version 4. This is the version of the one I made 2 weekends ago. I was supposed to brew with Barrage Brewer, but he fell ill. So first pour out of the keg. So let's see how. I mean, it looks nice. It's got a nice head. Did have about a 2-finger head on it. It's burned out a little bit, but it's a nice creamy. Let's see if you can see it here. It's kind of a nice head with I don't know if you can see that. Kind of a good mix of here. Let's do this. Good mix of large and small bubbles. It's slightly off-white, and the color is kind of exactly what I was going for. I didn't want it to be too brown like it's been in the past. I wanted to, make it look like the ESBs that I've picked up at several places. But anyway, let's go in for the aroma. Yeah, it's got a nice toasty, slightly sweet, and a very, very slight hint of the kind of the hops that I use, the kind of British style hops. I used all I used in this one was EKG. That's all I used for everything. Cheers. Went right in. Sorry about that. Yeah, this one's going to be a keeper. This might very well become my house beer. I do think I want to make it just a little bit. I want to beef up the. It ended up at 5%. I think I put the video together. Or no, maybe I haven't. I have to go back and edit that. So I'll keep this really, really short. But I had to end up topping up the water a little bit to get the right volume. So it dropped. It was originally going to be about almost 5.9%, maybe 6% beer. Ended up being a 5.5%. Ended up being a 5%, but the fact that I can get, I actually was drinking a Fuller's ESB to try to kind of get a regular standard of what the ESB was supposed to be like, and it is very, very similar. I might have to do a side-by-side comparison here soon just to see how well they compare. But anyway, yeah, it turned out to be a really good beer. I'll keep this really, really short because I have plenty of view footage or brew footage from the brew day I did a couple of weeks ago. I have the Belgian dubbel. What am I calling it? Dubbel trouble or double trouble? Spelled double. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's gonna be double trouble. That thing came in, OG was 1071. It's been bubbling away now for several days. I brewed it on Saturday. Is it Saturday? Yeah, brewed it on Saturday. Had to go to the brew store, pick up the grain, so you'll see some footage of that in the brew day. Yeah, that's the brew footage you'll see. So I'll keep this really, really short. Keep this under 5 minutes. Came back, had a pretty good brew day. Got my results back from the cherry blossom. I didn't place anything. It was that tart vanilla brown. I think I'm gonna have to change the recipe up a little bit next time I enter it, tone down the sourness a little bit now that I've got the feedback. So I'll wait for those score sheets to come back, and I also sent off my shipments to the NHC. And I'm going to the NHC, so I'll get to see some of you guys up there. There's a pretty good mix of folks going, so I think it's gonna be a pretty good time. So anyway, like I said, I'll keep this short. I'll throw in all the brew footage. Hey, have yourself a happy homebrew and have a very, very, very happy homebrew Wednesday. Cheers. Okay, I lied. I'm back. So I did pour another Fuller's ESB just so I could do a side-by-side comparison. So my beer, Fuller's. You can tell the color is pretty close. I think Fuller's is a little bit lighter. The aroma, Fuller's has a more sweeter, kind of graham crackery aroma than mine does. Now mine, remember, I just kegged this last night, and I carbed it, all day today. So I kind of like where the carb is though. This one's carved a little bit more, but I kind of like where the carb is on this one better. Taste-wise though, they're really, really similar. I mean, if I was to close my nose and sip this, it would be hard to tell which one was which. It got me on the aroma. The color's just slightly different, and obviously mine will clear up. Mine will clear up a little bit more. So I think clarity-wise it'll be the same. But like I said, the color is, you can see the color is really, really close. It's not that. Mine's a little bit darker, so I can lighten that up a little bit because I do like. This is kind of what I'm going for. I don't know if it's kind of a fruity ester that I get in this one, and I'm wondering if I need to maybe crank up the temperature. I always firm at 68 degrees, so I'm wondering if I need to crank up the temperature a few degrees to, I don't know, I'm gonna do some research into that because I'm using the London ESB yeast, Y yeast 1968. Maybe I'll try another ESB yeast, I don't know, but I want to get a little bit more of the fruity ester, so I'll have to do some more research. Maybe blend, maybe use an ESB in some other British ale or something. But anyway, I wanted to come back and just say that. So anyway, now it's have yourself a happy homebrew and a happy homebrew Wednesday. Cheers. Happy homebrew Wednesday. So my wife and kids have left and I am all alone at the Dean's List. So what do? Obviously I go into brewing configuration. I've never done a Belgian before, so I figured this would be a good day to do. I'm kind of into multi beers right now. Well, I'm always into multi beers, but I'm really into multi beers right now. So this is going to be kind of an interesting homebrew Wednesday. I got everything sanitized and set up. I got my firm buckets all sanitized. What I don't have is the grain that I need. So I'm gonna take off. It's 11:30. I'm gonna try to get to the homebrew store. They open at noon. Maybe I'll get some film on the way up there. Maybe show you a little bit around the homebrew store I go to, my local homebrew store in Falls Church. Give them some free advertising. And then I'll get back and then we'll start the brew day. Cheers. All right, so we're getting ready to head off to the homebrew store. I'm gonna film and drive at the same time because that's dangerous, but good song. It's the day the music died. Anyway, I got my co-pilot here, Zach. Zach, say hi. And I got my other co-pilot, Reese. They just like going. Whenever the family leaves, I know that they're all happy because I take them outside. All right, cheers. All right, so figured I'd take this time while I'm driving. I can put my camera down, so I don't have to be dangerous. Kind of talk a little bit about the grain bill. So this is going to be a Belgian dubbel. Don't know how you pronounce it. I'm looking at doing about 10 pounds. Actually, I am doing 10 pounds of Belgian pills. Hopefully they have Belgian pills. I'm doing, I guess an option would be Bohemian pills or something. I'm also doing no crystal because just kind of the reading I've done, you're not supposed to have any caramel sweetness from any crystal malts. So I'm doing some light Munich. I'm doing some special B, so I can try to get the kind of dark fruit raisin notes that you want in a double, and I'm gonna do some amber colored sugar, candy sugar. I might use the liquid sugar if they have it. I'll have to look at it, see what works best with the color. But anyway, I guess the color will be around 18 SRM. The IBUs I'm going to keep really low, around I don't know, I think it's around 30. I think that's right. And then I'm going to either get Y yeast or White Labs Belgian yeast. Haven't decided which one I'm going to go with yet. So these drivers are terrible. Anyway, okay, all right. Well, that's it for. Oh, and is there anything else? Oh, hops. Yeah, I'm going to do Styrian Goldings, just enough for bitter, just for the bitter. I might put a drop in at 60, and then a little bit more, maybe like a half an ounce at 15 minutes. So I haven't really decided whether I'm going to do any Werflock or Irish Moss. I'm thinking I might not, because you kind of want to keep all that goodness in suspension. Don't really want to clarify anything out, but we'll see. It's, the color of it might be kind of cool to have it with kind of brilliant clarity. So anyway, I guess I've never really talked about my you know, recipe descriptions, how I come up with recipes. So.
Stuff I can order on the call.
I believe we got it yesterday. So that I know we should have. So let me.
So my homebrew shop. There I am. I'm parked in my. They even got their slots marked. I guess parking's kind of limited here, but there we are. Got here just in time, just after 12, so looking good. Dogs are going to be happy I'm back.
It's like, where have you been?
You happy I'm back? Say hi. What's up, buddy? All right, got the grain, got the yeast and hops, and we are ready. All right, so they didn't have the hard version or the crystal version of the dark candied Belgian sugar, so I ended up getting a little cellophane or aluminum foil. I don't know what kind of material it is, but a little package of the beet sugar, dark beet sugar candy. So SRM was higher than I wanted. It was 90 instead of 75, but I don't know. We'll see. I also, you know, getting the Cara Red and the Munich malts, the SRMs are, it's an EBC instead of SRM. I don't know. So it's always kind of hard to sort it out with what the Bruce Smith software. Sorry about that. Something happened to my phone. Anyway, I ended up getting the liquid version of the candied sugar because they didn't, and it's beet sugar. They didn't have the crystal hard candy version, Belgian candied sugar. So never used beet sugar before, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. Good thing is I wasn't sure about the grains with the SRM and EBC conversions and all that, so by the time I get to the boil kettle, which is when I would use the liquid version of the sugar, if the color's not right, I can kind of judge how much I put in there. So anyway, all right, heading back home so I can get the brew day started. Cheers. Right, we are back. Okay, so I made it back home, and the grain crushing was kind of a problem. I think there's something wrong with my grain crusher. The drill gun I use doesn't have the power. It keeps breaking. I need to get a better drill gun for it. And there's something going on with the gear for the barley crusher, so I'm going to have to check it out. But I had to double and triple crush my grain, so it's getting to be a pain in the ass, so I got to check that out. But anyway, I am waiting for my strike water to get up to temperature. It's right at 170 right now. I got to get it to 176, and then we'll mash in. As you can see, I got my grains crushed to, I think, what is a decent grist. So anyway, cheers. Okay, so I don't normally get started this early. It's only 2, but so I'm brewing this dubbel. So I figured I picked this up at my homebrew store when I went to get my grains. Should be a pretty good representation of the style. It's about 7% ABV. That's about what mine's going to be. So color is a little darker than I thought it was going to be, and that's what you're seeing there on screen is about what it looks like. You hold it up to the light. It's got a little bit of, you can see the kind of the light medium brown through the bottom of the glass. And it's not clear, so I don't think I'm going to put any kind of clarifying agents in this one. I'm just going to let everything sit in there and, you know, see how it goes. I get kind of the raisin and dark fruits on the note, or on the nose. Like every Belgian, it's super carbonated. I'm not going to bottle condition this, so that's why I'm going to leave all the gunk in there. And I'm going to carb the hell out of it. So, wow, if my beer comes out like this, I'll be a happy camper. It'll be a good beer for the spring, so cheers.